Plebe Summer emphasizes the mission of the U.S. Naval Academy to develop midshipmen morally, mentally, and physically. In just 6 weeks, your sons and daughters will be taught the strong mental framework critical to becoming a successful naval officer. As they make the transition from civilian life to a strict military regimen, they will be instilled with a sense of personal honor, integrity, and dedication to the naval service. Through the shared experience of Plebe Summer, they will develop a camaraderie with their classmates that will last a lifetime. In the dawn hours of induction day, parents say goodbye to their sons and daughters, placing them in the care of the Plebe Summer detailers.
Love you. Proud of you. Yelling gets better. No, it goes in one ear out the other. It's not that bad.
Next 3 candidates, please. 1, 2, 3. Right here.
Every point is the inside cover so that they can scan his QR code. Now on, the first and last words after it all will be surveyed. Perfect. Gather your things for the next station.
The plebes are processed and medically screened, issued their uniforms, and given haircuts.
Just these 2 ways to play life. Volleyball if I can.
Oh, cool. I feel like that's like you're pretty tall.
Next, we'll cover the hand salute. Candidates, attention. Hand salute. On the command, hand salute, you'll raise your right hand promptly to the brim of your cover. Your right hand should be pointed down with the palm down, pointing towards you, your thumb behind it. Your forearm parallel to the deck, and your wrist straight. On the command, ready, 2, you will lower your salute promptly and crisply. Candidates, ready, 2. Candidates, right, face. Look down while you're walking, let's go.
As the sun sets over Tecumseh Court, friends and family gather to catch a glimpse of their transformed son or daughter at the oath of office ceremony. midshipman issues the oath of office.
The class of 2028. Please rise. Raise your right hands, and at the conclusion of the oath, acknowledge by responding, I do. Having been appointed a midshipman in the United States Navy, do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office which you are about to enter. I do.
Families are briefly reunited, new haircuts and uniforms are admired, and goodbyes are said.
We couldn't be proud. This is the best time of our life.
And Plebe summer begins. The plebes learn a completely new way of life centered in Bancroft Hall.
Use the head if you need to. Get something to eat, and then we're gonna attack Pep. Is that understood? Sir, yes, sir. Ready? Execute. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
28. How we feeling today?
The plebes get their first taste of rigorous military training beginning with their daily morning workout. The physical education program, or PEP, lasts for an hour and a half each morning. After completing this intense 7-week training program, a plebe will have completed almost 2,900 push-ups, 3,000 sit-ups, and 103 miles of running.
Joe's current play of the day. Have a good one, 28.
The essence of the Navy is the sea. Each plebe learns the basic rules of boat handling and sailing.
So today we are going to teach the plebes on how to do basic sail. Today our goal is to teach them how to do man overboard drills and just safely sail across the waters under high winds. We teach the plebes sailing during plebe summer because most of the things that we teach here at the sailing department, they're able to apply it when they get out into the fleet, such as rules of the road or just basic sail whenever you're navigating the seas. So some of the things that we do during plebe sailing is that we teach them how to rig the boat from bottom up. So first thing, we teach them how to rig the jib sail, the mainsail. We also teach them how to work the halyards or vertical lines or sheets. And we also teach them how to steer the boat, which is kind of inverted as opposed to driving.
The plebes practice the fundamentals of military drill and discipline. They participate in several parades reviewed by the Commandant of Midshipmen. An officer is required to lead in combat under all kinds of circumstances.
We're here at the obstacle course at the Naval Academy. Basically, we're here just to teach the plebes, how to attack every obstacle, and this will translate later down to if they go to Leatherneck, which is a summer training to qualify for the Marine Corps, or if you go on to the basic school down in Quantico, Virginia after commissioning as a Marine Corps officer. Yeah, so probably the three biggest obstacles are, the very first one is the high bar. And all these obstacles are really tended for, pushing through challenges. Everybody struggles with different obstacles, but the first one, the high bar is a really challenging one. The next one is probably the double bar. That's a really hard one, and a lot of this is all upper body strength. And then finally the rope. It's about 20 feet tall. You gotta climb to the top, touch it with your hand, and then safely make your way down.
Okay, this is the confidence course, and basically it's a course set up to instill teamwork, trust, and we put them through it. Every company goes through it one time during the summer, and and we hope most of them aren't afraid of heights, and some of them have already done this, before, but the ones that haven't, it is definitely a test of their courage, basically, to go through it and then have somebody help them through it. Okay, the way it sets up is they climb up a couple logs and then they're going to walk out across the beam log. They're going to jump into the cargo net. We have them belayed at that point. They'll jump in, they'll climb up a cargo net, they'll hook in, go around, they'll go across a double rope traverse, a single rope traverse, then they go up 2 Burma bridges that gets them up to about 30 feet in the air. And then at that point they do a couple fixed tension crossings. They'll cross across it. They do the island hopping, which they all think is the hardest, but it's actually not a bad. If they step down and get on it, just move across it, it's pretty easy. They'll do a downslide, climb down a pole, and then they'll swing back into another cargo net, and they'll climb back up a cargo net to 30 feet, and then they'll zip line down to the end. And at that point, we take them off. And hopefully they made it through and nobody's got hurt.
Weapon safety and handling are central to any military training.
So today we're here to teach the plebes how to handle weapons safely and effectively. We'll take them through the Navy courses of fire in both the rifle and the pistol. The rifle course of fire that we have today, this is the rifle range. So plebes will come and shoot rifle and pistol. They'll go from prone, kneeling, to standing. And they'll also do 2 types of fire, the rapid fire and the slow fire. So over on that side, we got the pistol range. The pistol course of fire consists of the 3, 7, and 15-yard lines. Plebes will learn how to change the magazine, switch from dominant to non-dominant grip, establish a good sight picture, trigger control, marksmanship fundamentals, and they'll also be shooting from the kneeling position.
Basic shipboard damage control and firefighting principles are taught and practiced.
Today we are doing the damage control wet trainer for the plebes. We take the plebes through DC wet trainer to give them the knowledge of how to actually go through the ship and the things we would actually do during a, say, flooding casualty or a ruptured pipe casualty, and make sure that when they take that with them, they'll have some reference into the fleet. First, we have the P100. It is a pump that pulls roughly 100 gallons per minute. Depending on what the situation might be, that'd be the best option. Next, we have the submersible eductors, the 2 different kinds, with 4 jets or 6 jets, depending on, of course, how much flooding is actually occurring. Next, we have soft pipe patching, which is a patching method that goes through and fills the cracks in order for us to be able to use the system. And the last one we have is going to be the Jubilee patching, which is a mechanical system that actually uses chains and vices to be able to clamp down on a system, whether we can turn it off or not, to be able to make sure we can run the system as needed.
So today we're conducting a training, wet training. Basically, we're going through and prepping all the midshipmen for real life casualties, real life situations of what can happen in the fleet. So we got the smokehouse, basically, where if it's a real situation, you know, we got hose handling, that's our water. We got the dress out, the safety PPE, what we use to go and fight the fires or the white smokes or whatever casualties we have. Then we got the helmets, gloves, ski masks, face masks. We got the packs here. You know, they contain 45-minute bottles. Then we also have the PKP bottles as well, and then we have the hose, how to roll up a hose. Yeah, this is a relay race right here. We timing everybody, see who can get the best time, who can dress out the fastest. Dress out time is 2 minutes, and you have to be on scene within 5 minutes. And fire has to be out within 12 minutes. So in the smokehouse, it's basically, we're gonna set a fire up to the top and basically going in through dark to see how they will react under pressure. The hose, so they basically charge the hose, flake it out, and they're gonna run it through the whole space. They're gonna run it in, around, and upstairs to where the casualty is at to try to put it out.
Distinguished speakers share their thoughts and experiences regarding honor, integrity, and virtue. Honor is the foremost influential factor in the decision-making process of a naval officer.
2028. You have made a decision to take a road less traveled, as Robert Frost would say, a road that has led you here to the U.S. Naval Academy, a road that has one overriding purpose. And that overriding purpose is to, over 4 years, develop you into leaders. Leaders of competence, leaders of courage, leaders of compassion.
Doing the right thing at the right time for the right reason, even if no one is looking. That's just a start. Because when I look at it, is integrity is a little bit more than that. It's making the right moral and ethical decision regardless of the consequences.
Work together, you're going to figure out ways to excel, and you're going to be able to show them how good you are at what you do.